Gentlemen, glad you guys are back. I wanted to make this video today, this talk, about something I've been sort of thinking about today. And usually I'll say to put your head down when you're working, try not to look back too much and overanalyze what you're doing. But for my purpose, my purpose of teaching you guys, the things that I like to do and the things that I'm working on and relaying the information back to you guys. I was kind of doing that today at work, passively just thinking about it. And, how is it that I can, I'm a student in college. I work a decent amount of hours at my serving job. I hustle. I go to the gym every single day. Don't miss a workout. I work and I post a YouTube video and content reels every single day. I'm working on building up this amazing community, school community of young and older men who are just dogs and who work harder than everybody else through the pillars of life and through the full belief, actions, and drive to achieve anything and build passions for anything, especially through physical fitness. How do I do all that at the same time? Like what is the single most solitary technique that I use personally to build myself in that way? And after a little bit of thinking, it was easy for me to put it together what it's been, because I hadn't always been that way. I'm not some rich kid who was born, with this drive and ambition and no, I had to work for it. I used to think it was something that you kind of just had, and some people may, but I'm not one of those people. It was something I had to instill within myself, and it all stemmed from the desire. I just wanted it more. I wanted it more. But a lot of you guys want it more. A lot of you guys watching my videos want it more. And I know for a fact you most likely do want it more if you're sitting here watching my videos. Because you could be watching anybody. You could be having the mental masturbation watching Emad Gadji or fucking, Alex Hormozi, any of these guys who are made it big and feel good watching their videos. I'm not the typical influencer. I do not make these videos to make you feel good. A lot of times after watching my videos, yes, you'll have more clarity. Yes, I provide value and I want to do it in a way that you can enjoy. But I'm not here to stroke your ego or entertain you. I think that's stupid. I don't see the point in that. I don't see the purpose, And if you want it more, what's the way that you can combine that? Because that alone is not enough. It's not enough. You would already be there if that was enough. How can you combine that to actually move forward in life? Because there's a lot of shit you have to get done. There's a lot of shit that you have to do day in, day out, whether you feel like it or not. When people say, oh, you have to do things even if you don't feel like it, yeah, no shit. Inherently, you cannot physically succeed at anything important if you only do it when you feel like it. Because you're going to cut your productivity by 60, 70%. Okay? No shit. How do you do that, though? That's what's important. And the technique that I've used has been journaling. Journaling. Making every action I need to take known. Writing down every single thing that I need to do in a certain specific sort of way. The way that I journal, I believe it's the best method alive. And the person I learned from is a million times more successful than me, but I'm getting there, but he is. I give him credit where credit's due. And I've sort of mocked it into my own sort of system as well. And I do get a lot of questions from guys like, hey, what's your journaling technique? But just telling my technique isn't going to do a whole lot. Because when I first started journaling, I hated the idea. I thought it was gay. I'm going to get my little notebook, my little pink notebook and write down my feelings. No, that's not it at all. What journaling is the right way is a way that you can organize and structure your thoughts and actions to get more things done, especially when you don't want to do them. Because to build a passion for anything, to build progress for anything, you have to get over that fact that you're not going to want it. You're not going to want to do it. I don't care how bad you want it right now. Once you get into the nitty gritty, you're not going to want to do it. I post every day on YouTube. Do I want to post every day? Fuck no. Fuck no. But what other choice do I have? What else do I have? If God put me on this earth to teach you, how arrogant am I to say, God, I'd rather sit here and scroll on my fucking phone on TikTok? Bullshit, right? It's stupid. But how can I get over my mind not wanting to do it? It's very simple. Through the journaling technique. Because when you write things down, right? When you actually take notes of what you want to do day in, day out, right? Every night before I go to bed is when I do it. And in the morning I review it. When you actually do that, it removes decisions from your life. What does that mean, remove decisions? Well, in life, you have a certain amount of decisions you could make every single day. For example, if I have to go to the gym, if I have to go to work, if I want to make a YouTube video, and if I want to, eat 200 grams of protein. Those are my main, 4 goals for that day, right? My decisions, a normal person's decisions, are going to look something like this. What time do I get up? Okay, I'm a little tired. How many times do I hit snooze? 2 or 3. Okay, boom. Okay, when I get up, what do I eat? Lucky Charms, Frosted Flakes? Do I be healthy, make some eggs? Okay, and that's just like the first fucking 20 minutes of the day. I already made what, five decisions that actually impact me? The food I eat, the time I wake up, that actually impact my whole day. I've already made that many decisions. When you journal and you know what you need to get done, you drastically reduce the amount of decisions. Because I don't care how bad you want it. I don't care how disciplined you are. I don't care how much of a dog you are. I think I'm a fucking dog myself, right? Even me can get caught up and get distracted and fall on my vices if I don't have a structure in front of me. And that's how men are. We're very structured. If my family has 2 days of food left, well, I better get my ass up and go get a week of food, and then I'll be able to rest for 4 days. And that's how biologically we're wired to think like that. It's the same thing now. So when you journal, you reduce decisions drastically, but how? When I journal, I write down 5 needle-moving tasks every single day when I wake up that need to be done that day. The harder they are, the better. And the goal is that I achieve them all every single day. It's not like some fairy tale fucking goal. Oh, if I get lucky, I might be able to do this. Oh, I want to gain 50 followers on 50 subscribers on YouTube. No, nothing like that. Things that I can control that I know will move the needle, right? Input-based goals. So if my goals are go to work, or let's do something even better. I want to get a nasty chest pump while attempting a PR on bench. Okay, boom, that's one goal. Okay, goal number 2, I want to wake up at 6:45 a.m. 6:45 a.m. and instantly get into my morning routine. Boom. I want to post 5 reels today, schedule out 2 of them for the future. I want to post 2 YouTube videos today and write down 10 ideas. And then my final goal will be I want to get an hour Bible study in. Whatever it is. That's an example of a day. So what do my decisions look like then? Once I program my mind into knowing what needs to be done, giving my mind direction. My decisions look like this. Am I a bitch today, or am I going to progress my life forward today? What do I choose? And 95% of the time, if you're anything like me and you do want it bad, you don't just talk about it, right? You're going to choose, yeah, I want it bad. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I set out to do today. And that's it. You don't have to decide, what do I eat? What do I do? Because you already know. If you choose your goals over your comfort, that is the only choice that matters. Because the results are not what's going to get you there. The results do not drive you. The inputs drive you. If you want to become a millionaire, do not stare at your bank account and wait for the numbers to go up. Become the man that deserves $1 million in the bank. If you want an unbreakable mindset to where you can go to the gym every single day and not give a fuck what anybody else thinks, and not give a fuck what you look like while you're there, and not give a fuck if you're not stronger than the next guy, and actually enjoy it while you're doing it and build the true passion for it, all you got to do is work on becoming the version of you that has it. Because in life, there's one principle. There's one principle I always follow. My North Star when it comes to how I live my life. And that is very simple. It's if you believe you can have something and you truly want something, you can absolutely have it. If you truly wanted to become the president of the United States someday, you could fucking do it. You could do it. But you might be thinking oh, well, that's bullshit. You're pushing it too far. I don't believe that anybody who never became president truly wanted it. Truly wanted it. I'm talking truly in their fucking soul, because they would have done the work day in day. They wouldn't have been able to sleep until they put in 22 hours a day of straight work, making connections, sharpening their skill. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And we're not even talking about that. We're talking about getting an insane physique. We're talking about getting in insane shape. Maybe we're talking about getting over the pain of women not respecting you when you shake their hand and try to meet them, or when you're at a job interview, you can't look the man in the eye because you don't. He can just tell. He can tell by looking at your man titties or looking at your 10-inch tiny little biceps that you don't even take care of your own self and you're a pussy. And I don't mean to go so hard in the paint on you guys, like this, but you guys know it's true. And you guys are watching this video because you know it's true, okay? If you want to go get sugar-coated, if you want to go feel good, go watch somebody else, bro. Go watch Sam fucking Sulek, bro. Love Sam Sulek. But, if you want to feel good, go watch him do it and then, like, feel the through the transitive property, like, feel it, Or if you actually want to, like, change, if you actually, like, can envision yourself in your nice car someday when with in amazing shape, you could take your shirt off in public, walking into the gym with a tank top and actually feel proud of yourself instead of feel like you should hide away. You can have confident body language and posture because you know you're a man who works hard, takes care of himself, and you know other people sense that. If that's what you want, this is the place for you. And I'm sick of people trying to fucking do it on their own, okay? Like, the stupidest thing I ever did was try to do it all myself. And I think perhaps God made me do it that way to give me the gift to understand all the trials and tribulations you truly have. But now what I do is I teach people how to fucking really get in shape. I teach people how to master their mind and completely reinvent their entire lives. And I'm not trying to plug myself too hard, but I'm building the biggest community, the most gigantic, amazing community where we get quick, fast, hard-working results. I'm talking fucking like imagine like you trying to do it yourself, like a fucking 4-cylinder little Honda, but doing it in this amazing community and working one-on-one with me. You turn yourself into a supercharged V8 Hemi where you just every day you go hard. Because I've been there. I know whatever you think doesn't apply to you, whatever you think you're going through, it's happened to me. You think, I could never actually build a passion because I really just hate lifting. Happened to me. It took me years to get over it. Happened to me though. But now I love it. So if you really want to fucking transform your life, at least go check out my other videos. It's all free. I'm not trying to make money off you guys. I'm trying to help you guys. So go check out my free shit. I post every single day on Instagram. If you're not on there, you're fucking missing out because you see exactly how I live on there. You get a whole nother piece of it. And if you have any questions for me, you can fucking DM me. Real simple. Instagram's in the description. Same ad as my YouTube. But I need you guys to apply this, implement this. If you're not going to implement this, congratulations. You just wasted your own time. If you are going to implement this, you're going to get ahead of everybody else. Good luck to you guys. God bless. I love you guys with all my heart. I truly do. Have an amazing rest of your guys' day.